Hero Club presents Los Ingobernables de Tokusatsu. This is Los Ingobernables de Tokusatsu, episode 21, and I'm one of your hosts, Wheelchair21, and tonight we finally have the main three hosts here all together again, which has been probably quite some time, probably a couple of episodes, since we had Projekt.
Oh yeah, I'm here today.
Yeah.
Neat.
Yeah, the last time you were supposed to be here, but then you had to dip out because of work calling. So, we moved this whole discussion topic to this episode here, 21, instead of being our big 2-0 episode, our big 20th. So, our other host obviously is Janitor Joker, a.k.a. Sanbosh.
Fusion Rise! Ultraman!
Oh, great, now he thinks he's the Geed Riser.
Ultraman! Green Vapor!
Great. No, he thinks he's the Geed Riser now. We never should have looked up the goddamn Wikia page. And our last member, as I get thrown off guard by Mooch's introductions as usual, is Soundout12. He's going to be joining us on this interesting episode. This is going to be his first time on this incarnation of one of our crazy-ass podcasts. So yeah, Soundout. Welcome to Los Ingobernables de Tokusatsu.
It's showtime.
Magiku, showtime. But for anyone who is here and listened to episode 20, this week is the promised Toku to anime/manga and anime to a tokusatsu theme and blend. We just want to have this huge kind of discussion, hope to shoot for 30 minutes to 60 minutes, give you the nice good topic of what the hell we think should be going on, since, Gridman is getting an anime adaptation, Kamen Rider Double is getting a manga adaptation, Kuga is still having an ongoing manga adaptations, other series have had manga adaptations, and other anime properties have received live-action movies, and some of them fit the actual tokusatsu genre, like Pat Labor and the American-made Guyver movies. So, on today's episode, we're going to be talking more about how we would like it to be booked, maybe some actors we'd like to see in our shows, or, guys that are producing these programs, or studios creating our ideal anime adaptations, or, just mangas in general. Because we know most likely if we were to get these mangas, they'd be probably digital anyway, since I think that's how the Kamen Rider Double Futos Detectives is being released. I'm not too sure about that, but we'll know in due time when more information is honestly out there. So, how should we go this? Who would like to start first in this topic, and what's your option? Where should we go first? Should we go to Toku to anime or anime to Toku? What's everyone's thoughts on this? What should be our choice of attack?
Do anime to Toku.
All right, and then you can start us off.
All right, anime to Toku. When you got to think about what works for a tokusatsu setting, you got to make sure things work on a budget, because a lot of tokusatsu productions are limited budget in most regards. If it's a one-off film, you get a little bit higher of a budget, but if we're talking about a tokusatsu TV series based on an anime, I think one that would be very feasible would be Tiger and Bunny, because Tiger and Bunny, being the show that it is, did take some inspiration from tokusatsu, as well as American superheroes, which have been adapted to TV before. So I definitely think that it could work as a tokusatsu series very well. The tricky part comes into casting, since the cast was developed around a multicultural kind of aspect with the different characters appearing from different countries, but Japan sometimes likes to just fudge things and be like, hey, Battle Kenya, he's got the powers of Africa, but, he's still Japanese because he lived in Africa. That's why he's Battle Kenya. So something similar to that could work out. But a lot of the costumes of villains and a lot of the designs of heroes do match that tokusatsu style, especially Wild Tiger and Barnaby Brooks Jr.'s suits as well. There was a stage play for Tiger and Bunny that mostly kind of gave me this idea that it would work as a Toku, because it had a lot of Toku actors in the stage play, which I think could work towards the series, as a lot of them did fit the roles, especially with both the actors that did the voice work for Kotetsu T. Kaburagi and Barnaby Brooks Jr. from the anime. They both have done voice roles in Toku shows and probably be willing to do on-screen appearances. I think that definitely Kotetsu's actor could pull it off in live action form, but the studio may want to go in a different direction. It's definitely an interesting concept. I think that would be one that kind of works, especially with Tokusatsu being very superhero focused in general. Tiger and Bunny is a good superhero anime to try to adapt.
The irony is, you know that America is already in talks of working with making a live-action one, I believe, for Netflix, right?
It's supposed to be a theatrical release for 2019.
Okay, so it's actually a theatrical release. I keep hearing that it was going to be a Netflix exclusive for some reason, because, you know...
And that may get pushed because Ron Howard's now working on the Han Solo movie.
Oh, yeah, that was right. Ron Howard was the one who wanted to do the approach on this one, I think.
Yeah, he's the one that, apparently he's been developing it as the producer, working with Sunrise and the original creative team.
Which is kind of crazy coming from Ron Howard, but then again, Ron Howard is probably one of the coolest people in the world, since he's a super geek. You know, that's kind of the crazy thing.
Oh, definitely. I think that if you're going to be pulling off Tiger and Bunny, it's a good time to do it because of the diverse cast and the fact that diversity is being pushed more in superhero movies, especially lately. They definitely can do some really cool stuff with that.
Yeah, they really need to do stuff like that.
Iron is hot.
I mean, they only have to cast one Japanese actor, so it makes it simple.
Yeah, and don't forget, they could always cast what's-her-face as Lightning Kid or whatever. Dragon
Kid?
Yeah, I can't remember the kid's name, you know when Malika got to be the character on stage.
Yeah, for the stage play.
That was like the best time ever. Malika.
But yeah, if you look at the roster of Tiger and Bunny, you have one American, one Japanese, one questionable, one African American, and one Chinese, with a couple more that could either be a European actor or an American actor. So it gives you kind of those options. It doesn't have to be primarily any race, and so it gives just plenty of options for casting.
All right. So, Mucha, what would you choose for an anime to Tokusatsu then? Or a manga that has yet to even have an anime?
So obviously, the answer should be Dragon Ball, and we'll call it Dragon Ball Evolution, and we'll have all Americans play the characters, and Goku will be in high school, and everything will be great about it.
Sounds
and
great.
Oh, let's do it. Let's have the guy from Buffy play Piccolo. It'll be great. Everybody will love it.
Don't forget Emmy Rossum and Jamie Chung. They can keep them.
Yes. No. So when I initially thought about this, one thing that came to my mind because of the Sailor Moon and the Tokusatsu series that was written by Kobayashi. How about Pretty Cure? Everybody knows Pretty Cure. It's pretty much already a Toku show in itself. It's set up like a writer show / Sentai, except with female characters being the leads. I mean, you can just be it's pretty simple, just like the setup.
So pretty much just reboot Sailor Moon, but turn it into Pretty Cure, which it already was.
I mean, if you want to adapt like the first Pretty Cure, which was like two writers fighting with each other, Cure Black and Cure White, that'd be fun.
You know what the worst part is?
Any Pretty Cures.
You know what the worst part is, though, Mucha? The fact that you bring this up, I know for a fact most of my Malaysian friends are going to be all up going, oh my god, one of Wheelz' friend that watches Pretty Cure. What is going on?
Listen, I have friends who watch Pretty Cure.
Wheelz, don't lie. You watch Pretty Cure. Come on now.
I've never watched it.
I have a figure I have to send you.
We all saw like the scene from like the Ninja V Cinema where like the Ninja girls became Pretty Cure characters. So why can't it just work in reverse?
Oh god, that would be weird. And then one of the Precures is actually freaking Momo Ninja and Shiro Ninja. Oh, that'd be weird.
Let's make it happen.
No. Here's a question though: who would you want to have write it though? Would you still have Kobayashi and all of her crazy talents of either being a terrible Kamen Rider writer, doing stuff that isn't Kamen Rider?
I don't see why some of the writers from the Pretty Cure series themselves could work on it. I mean, they already work for Toei, so it's not going to be that hard for them to find them. But Kobayashi is interesting because like the reason she wrote Sailor Moon, the Toku series, is because she's a huge fan of Sailor Moon. Like you could even see that in Den was remaking like the second part of Sailor Moon that involved a lot of time travel. And even in Ryuki, it was still inspired by some freaking, Sailor Moon nonsense where everybody was dying. So I feel like the writer for the show would probably have to be someone who's either knowledgeable of the franchise or at least understands like how to approach it and try to adapt it into a Toku sense. But I don't
What
think
you're
that'd be
telling me
that
is
hard.
they would have to hire pretty much every, adult Asian male in Japan that is a fan of the series.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Asian males already write the series. Let me look up who wrote I'll say it like when we come back to me, but I'll look up like the writer for like the first Pretty Cure series because they might be someone of interest.
Someone
Because
of interest.
The way that Pretty Cure like does like its animation, like its fight scenes feel like choreographed fights that Toku shows would pine for. Like they feel like there are like action scenes already.
Right? So
I don't know if anyone else has seen Pretty Cure.
No, I have actually not, nor will I ever.
Wheelz. Why?
Wheels, you're lying.
Project, you're lying. But
I
now,
am
Project,
lying.
it is your turn. It is your turn. Choice of Animu to Tokyo.
Animu into a Toku. That's a tough call, man. Does it have to be a Toku or does it have to be converted to live action?
No, it'd have to actually like fit the Toku aesthetic.
After much thought, the anime wasn't really an anime. Has anybody seen Samurai Flamenco on Netflix?
I know of it.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah, that
I've
dude,
been
that
meaning
is
to watch
basically a Toku that made into a goddamn anime. So I'm gonna do it in reverse, where they turn that into a damn live action. It's a mix
the motif is turning like his heroes are anime characters instead of Toku shows.
Basically, yeah, it's hilarious because it's basically a parody of Kamen Rider. Then it turns into a Sentai. Then it turns into a drama. It's a bit of everything, dude. It's like a mishmash of everything Tokusatsu, everything like as far as Japanese entertainment is concerned. So none of you have seen it, right?
Nope.
Give it a watch. You're gonna laugh.
Yeah, I only know of it. Like it's been on my watch list, but some people tell me I shouldn't watch it. I'm not gonna name names here. Mucha.
Listen, I can't be blamed for every.
You're the one who
Ultra-
You're the one who told me like the last time, or was that Alex, or was that Sentai Bandicoot? I can't.
Wait,
I sometimes
told you what? I
don't
wasn't even
don't watch Samurai Flamenco. It was either you.
Oh, that
or-
was me.
Oh yeah, that was you. That was you. Yeah, that was you who told me don't watch that.
Okay, so you can blame.
Yeah, exactly. I can blame you on like the last 38 times in the last 30
A win for-
episodes.
Can blame you, and we will.
Exactly.
It's a win for Alice because now you can't blame him now.
Yeah, I can't blame Miles. He exists. He's canon now.
Yeah, sadly.
And there goes, I think, our first Miles Morales joke of the episode. Okay.
It didn't take long.
No, it didn't really take long. It only took about 15 minutes, give or take. Give or take the edits that I do to this episode, give or take. But, yeah, okay, so Projekt says Samurai Flamenco. Now, ironically enough, I think SoundOut used one of the ones that I was talking about with Tiger Money. It was going to be on my list, technically, due to the fact that the American one has yet to come out, since, there's been questionable things going on with the American production. But, honestly, I would like to see a tokusatsu adaptation of really samurai troopers. It's really Sentai-esque in the gimmick. There are no mechas, but the whole fact that they transform into armored warriors is really good. The fact that they have actual face masks is another decent thing. A lot of people grew up with samurai troopers on Toonami in North America or on USA before it was moved to Toonami with, the Ocean Group dub. And it was pretty decent. It's probably one of the better dubs of the early 90s, where they tried to treat it with quite a bit of respect. They did change some names for the sake of, I guess, what do you call it when you have to adapt something to America? What do they try to call it? Cultural, like the cultural diversity or cultural... What's the term I'm looking for, guys, when you try to when they have to change names in animes back in the 80s and 90s? What was the term called?
Censorship or localization?
Localization. Yeah, it was like localization, I think it was, when it made it easier to help kids, remember the names of the characters. But overall, like, I feel like Ronin Warriors or Samurai Troopers could work. I don't think they should go the full, 39, 40 episode route, but try to find a way to narrow down, the first and final arc into, a nice knit 25 episodes. And I think it could tell a good story, or do multiple arcs in 13 episodes, because I think that some of the events that did occur in the first arc could have been split up to be longer episodes that you could get, a full-fledged 26-episode season, and then a part 2 26-episode season that does the final 2 arcs properly, because there's some issues that I do have going back and watching it, not just subbed, but dubbed. There are a few issues with the pacing of the program, and who knows, they could even maybe take the idea of the unmade sequel that was going to be made as an OVA and incorporate that into maybe like a TV movie and do what it was supposed to do, had it be treated as a toku. Now, the reason I didn't immediately go with Saint Seiya, like a lot of people would guess, is because they do have the transformation of the armor and the aesthetics. However, it wasn't until the Legend of Sanctuary CGI film that they tried to do the incorporation of a full-fledged face mask, like we see most Sentai heroes or Toku heroes or Metal heroes wear, where pretty much, they have full face protection. A lot of the early ones used to wear, like, these weird, like, tiara-like wrestling headgear, or traditional, like, Asian, like, war masks or helmets, and they never had, like, the real feel of a Toku hero. They just looked like they were either in some, like, crazy stage show, biker gang, or, like I say, very old-school style armors with very low-plated armor throughout their body, and the only one to ever give them extensive, like, armor was that CGI movie that made them more genuinely, like, Toku shonen hero. So, yeah, like I said, I went with Samurai Troopers because they fit the description a whole lot more, especially due to the fact that, like, the first 7 episodes is trying to create the team, since they've been training throughout the world, and then they're, like, quickly separated when their armors are sent all over the place because of some ludicrous cockamamie scheme. So I feel like that could work, and I feel like you wouldn't have to try so hard, because I'm pretty sure there's, like, a lot of young actors that could fit the role of these characters. And honestly, I would want to see Sunrise really tightly knit together working on it. However, I would want probably, Amamiya probably helping them with directing and writing the pacing of the series, because, if he's able to go off on his own and create Garo, I'm pretty sure he could help Sunrise make Samurai Troopers legit Toku. So, Sound Out, do you have another option for anime to Toku?
I'm gonna throw this one out because the budget be damned. What's like the crazy thing that would be awesome as a live action, Toku series based on an anime? And like I said, this would just completely kill the budget. But I would like to see a Super Robot series get adapted into an anime, something along the lines of Mazen Kaiser or Gao Gaigar. Both are extremely budget restrictive if they want to actually be accurate to their source material, especially with how many mechs may need to be introduced. But that's something I think would be really cool, and it'd be kind of the thing of, I don't know if I'd want to see necessarily suits mecha, but if they actually did CG models instead, but they'd have to be like really good CG models to be convincing. But that's just kind of something I think that something from the super robot genre would just be really, really fun.
All right. Mucha, you next.
Man, there's so many to choose from. Like, I had, like, initially thought, like, why not, like, a Super Raya produced JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? You can even make your own original story for JoJo. Like, JoJo is, like, a series that doesn't really have, like, a continuity. Like, each story is kind of like its self-contained arc in itself. So you can, like, make your own JoJo that's not really connected to any other JoJo, like, manga or part. And
you're saying just make a Toku series just called The Bizarre Adventure, but not have anything to do with, like, Josuke or like, the Joe family.
Yeah, like, you could just do, like, have a JoJo person, but not Josuke or Joseph or Joe.
And then make the main villain Dio, because, you know what, it was Dio.
Why not? But another one that came to my mind because you brought up, like, Armor Troopers is what was it again? You brought up Samurai Troopers. Fist of the North Star, obviously, as a Kamen Rider-esque series.
Could it work though? Because they don't really transform into armors.
That's true. They don't really transform into armors, but I'm thinking in the sense of, like, an 80s show where, like, you've got actual actors who would do, like, their own stunts and everything, and they would just, like, put up the suit and costume to fit the aesthetic.
So you're saying make a Fist of the North Star series where, like, they at least wear some of, like, the armors we see them wear, but never actually wear for the fights, in a sense? to like try to hide their face to do the exchange between the actors and stuff.
Yeah.
I
Like
could
something like
possibly
that.
see
I would like to see I would actually like to see like more action oriented people actually like fighting. Like I'm kind of I want to see like people that are like coming in just for an acting sake, but actual like action people who know how to do like martial arts and fighting movements and stuff like that.
Oh,
And
so you want
the
like
last
old
one
school, like almost like Zubat level Toku, where
Hell
it
yeah,
doesn't match. It doesn't match the full aesthetics of a Toku, but has the Toku elements there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the last one that came to my mind was Armor
You're really
Trooper
just
Votoms.
throwing you're just throwing shit out there because the last take on the whole anime one. Holy crap! Just throwing out ideas.
Yeah, and Armor Trooper Votoms, because Armor Trooper Votoms, when it's animated, it already feels like it's a live action show. Like the way that it's all like directed and choreographed and everything feels like it was meant to be for live action. Now this could be just like a movie for like each part, because Votoms is spread up on like the 4 different arcs, and each arc kind of feel like a self-contained movie, but also
So
connect
what you're
together.
saying is make it like a Gunhead-esque kind of movie where each movie is just its own.
Something like that, but still kind of connects. Like there's this overarching story that's happening in this part and this part, but it still like connects to the overall like mythos of the series, of the show that's going for it. But I would love to see a Votoms live action. That'd be like some nice ass shit. I love that anime. That anime is pretty damn good.
All right, Projekt, you're up next.
So this is not an anime, but what about that video game Beautiful Joe?
Actually, Beautiful Joe did have an anime.
Did it?
Yeah,
Yeah, it did.
it had an anime, dude.
I remember it on like
It aired on
4Kids.
4Kids.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. That one's a good one. But it'd be more comedic style kind of Toku, though. Another one I had my mind on was not really Toku, but it's also a video game, and that was made into kind of a 13-episode anime. Devil May Cry, dude. He does transform, so technically it work.
Let's do it, Projekt. Let's get our monies together. Let's do it.
Let's make it happen.
With our bank accounts combined, we'll make Devil May Cry, starring Dan Southworth. And then we also have to get what's his face. You know, the one who plays what is it? God, I can't think of his name.
Ruben Langdon?
Yeah, Ruben Langdon. Yeah. Freaking B fighter Yanma. Get him involved. Hey man, at least it would turn out better than the King of the Fighters movie. What? I'm just saying. That's probably.
Also did that too.
What is with that joke?
Everybody knows the joke.
I guess I gotta go see this movie now to understand the joke.
Yes, you do.
Is it that bad? Is it that
Yup.
bad?
Could be.
Okay.
Could be that when Quantum Ranger was in it.
Or the fact that Quantum Ranger was. Okay, this already sounds bad already. Not just because he's in it, but I feel like this is a stain on his career probably. All right, so I guess that's my turn. Yes. Oh God. What do I
Is
have?
it really? Yeah.
Yes, I guess it is because we went around the table. So here are some options that I'm pretty sure we all know because I kind of addressed it as like ideas of what we could do and what we could talk about. But I'm pretty sure everyone here can agree that we would want to see a better, proper adaptation of the Guyver because all the American movies thus far, the only one that was anything correct was the second film in some regards. However, I feel like if it was given a full-fledged like series where it was to be more expansive, we could get to see more of the actual world that is built in the manga thus far. And honestly, they could go pretty far with the actual series. Just the problem is the fact that it's like Berserk. I doubt it's ever going to get actually finished. So, it's true. It's true.
So, like, should we make Berserk into a Toku as well, just to see, like, if we have, like...
Well, hey, Berserk... Well, doesn't Guts get a freaking badass black armor that makes himself look like a Toku hero? Then go right the fuck ahead. Let's give Berserk. Let's do it.
Let's put our money into that one.
Let's put our money into Berserk and Guyver. It'll be great.
We'll actually finish
dude.
Yeah, all I know is, like, I feel like if we were to produce those shows, Amamiya would be like, yo, I'm involved. Like, be like, we didn't even ask, I'm involved. We didn't even ask. Like, I'm in. And then Inoue just walks over, be like, yeah, fuck you, Toei, I'm leaving. These guys appreciate me. Because
But then, like, before we do anything, like, we feel like we're all done with production, and suddenly Ano and Gucci get to the office and switch it out with their version.
oh god, they would screw us over, and it's fucked up because I've been telling everyone about what Higuchi said too recently. That what makes me go even more insane. But yeah, no, I would love to see like Guyver get a real solid adaptation, because here's the one thing: when America did it, they took the aspect of the Zoanoids and made them very realistic and cool, but they took out the best part about them of being like bioengineered freaking super weapon and, you know, organic life forms having like these weird techniques and abilities like amplified of what, you know, animals can do. So like I feel with the Toku aspect you could actually see like the Hyper Zoanoid 5 team be able to like shoot their lasers, their whips, their flamethrowers, and actually be treated more realistic. I feel like with that you would have a really good narrative, and like I said, it could go longer than the actual anime series have ever gone, and the films. Because
and then we eventually have him cross over with Guyford.
Oh god, no. No, we're not having him cross over with Guyford. No, bad. Bad, Mucha. No.
Never.
Never.
I'll do it. I'll switch it out, Wheelz.
You will switch it. And you know what the worst part is? I did tell you, don't do that joke on the last episode. You could do it on this episode. Fuck me. Fuck me.
You didn't say it, so
no, I did. I know I did say you could do it on this episode. So you took it. I thought you thought I was bluffing. Fuck. Shit. But yeah, no. I feel Guyver could work. I feel like probably Berserk could work. However, there would be that issue of the Japanese probably would be pissed, because if it was made by the Japanese, they would cast Asians, where we know what happened with the Attack on Titan live-action movie. They were pissed that there weren't any Caucasians in the film. That was probably the funniest thing I've ever seen, to be honest with everyone, was the Attack on Titan backlash. Because they were pissed
Attack on Titan shit, so...
Well, no, but the fact that the Asian market said, where are our white people? That was probably that was probably the funniest thing. But there's at least a few other options out there. I would have thought we would probably have mentioned. I think it's because I only said we'll go around at least twice, because I realized we were already going for a half hour just on the anime aspect. But other than
I got one little side comment.
What? Which one? Which one would be your side one?
It kind of already got made into a Toku, but Devilman.
Yeah, I would want to.
There was a live-action film which was very, very Toku.
I would want to see, I would want to see a Toku series in a sense for Devilman. I'd want to see a better movie made for Casshern, a better movie made for the Gatchaman franchise.
Oh man, dude, we forgot like the most obvious one.
Cyborg 009.
Besides 009, fucking Skullman.
Oh yeah, Skullman deserves
the most obvious choice.
Yeah, the other
Didn't
Ishinomori.
They do that? They called him Kamen Rider Skull for some reason.
Yeah, well they tried. Yeah, they tried. They tried to pass it off as that, but it wasn't. It wasn't the real. It was a fake.
I feel like we didn't go old enough in these picks, because a lot of stuff from the 70s.
Well, no, there's a few other things. Like I wonder, like here's the thing, and I understand it's because like back in the 70s and shit was like all of those mecha series that we love in America were all like just the fad. So like over there in Japan, they're like, Go Line's only popular because of you Americans. So it's like why haven't they done a Go Line? Why haven't they done like a Dairuger? I actually question why haven't they even tried to do a better Tetsujin 28. I mean, the actual live action film wasn't that bad, but it wasn't that good either, from what I understand. Because like I own the film, I enjoy the live action Tetsujin 28, but I know critics in Japan were not too pleased with it. But I feel
there's
like
a lot of things that I think could work. It's just a matter of getting it right.
Yeah, because like
and as it's been apparent with Casshern and with Gatchaman, and what will probably be the similar thing with Palomar, there's just a way to do it, and it's hard to as a live action film, and maybe a live action TV series could go for kind of a brighter tone.
You know, it's really weird that I just thought of one because we mentioned a Tatsunoko series. You know what I just realized we haven't brought up? Tekkaman. Tekkaman could work.
See, and the thing is, I think Tekkaman would fall into the same trap that Gatchaman, Casshern, and Palomar have landed in, which is, how do you make this work in reality? It seems so easy, yet it's so complicated, apparently.
I think the reason it gets screwed up is because they probably don't license out the right studios that are qualified to do it. Like Tatsunoko just doesn't go, hey Toho, hey Toei, could you make this for us or something?
No, Tatsunoko's like, we'll just make it ourselves.
Oh, that's why, because they fuck up. They fucks up.
Or the Gatchaman movie, which was done by Imaji, who's an animation studio.
Yeah, this sounds like you're built for failure. But Project, what were you trying to say?
For fan service purposes, what about Sekirei? It's kind of like a Toku.
It's sort of Toku.
Why not go for Voltes 5, man?
Oh god.
Like what inspired Mecha and Super Sentai.
Oh god, Voltes 5. Project, didn't you grow up on that shit in the Philippines?
I did.
I don't know what the worst part is, the fact that he said I did, like shamefully, or he was just saying I did.
But like Voltes 5 is
I don't know if there's any well, there is some sort of transformation. Why the fuck Yu Yu Hakusho with the live action? Did they make that yet?
I don't think they've ever made a live
I don't think
action
so.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
That you know what's funny? That'd be kind of funny that would work because like his wife's like manga got turned into a Toku series.
Wait, what? Excuse me, what?
Yeah, the manga creator of Yu Yu Hakusho is married to the creator of Sailor Moon.
Oh yeah, oh shit, that's right. Oh my god, I forgot. You know what the irony is?
Yu Yu Hakusho Sailor Moon crossover. Let's go, boys.
No. You know what's ironic too? The guy. Okay, this is now just off on a tangent because we're already smoking that crack. But okay, so the guy who wrote Yu Yu Hakusho made a short comedic sci-fi manga series that got turned into an anime. It's one of my favorites called Level E. There are 2 to 3 episodes in there that are a parody on RPG games and Sentai at the same time. Because the main protagonist of the show, or the main center focal character of the show, traps these boys in this video game like he made, and it's called The Color Rangers. Literally, I feel like Level E needs to get live action adaptation because like all the sci-fi shit that it like does tropes of could work. Because there's an episode dedicated to Twilight Zone. There's like episodes directly like dedicated to like ludicrous like quantum leap shit. Like almost every American sci-fi series is like referenced in this show, as well as every scientific like sci-fi trope from like universally like every like kind of movie is put into this thing. Like there's this thing like if you have sex with this alien, your species could die kind of bullshit. Like there's like a species reference. It's just ludicrous.
That sounds amazing.
I know, and like it's the Blu-ray set for like 13 or 20. It's either 13 or 20 episodes is like only like $20 for the Blu-ray digital combo pack. It's great. I'm like I don't know why or how a lot of my friends slept on this anime because like it's been on Crunchyroll, it's been on Funimation, it's been on demand, it's even aired on like Stars and Shorts. So like if you don't have these channels and you still haven't seen them yet, you're missing out, bruh. Like, Level E is hilarious. And in the dub, the main character is voiced by Vic Mignogna, and because the character is called Prince Baka, and he's not an idiot, he's like a super genius level that, like, he's technically the greatest genius in the universe, like Einstein, but also technically the greatest villain at the same time because he just creates anarchy. And, so Vic Mignogna portrays the character with Kirkinese. So sometimes when he talks like it's Shatnese or whatever. Yeah, it's Shatnese, that's right.
Yeah,
So he talks, yeah, Shatnese, not Kirkinese, but Shatnese. He presents it in Shatnese sometimes when he's talking. So, Level E, check it the fuck out. So we probably should go on to the, second half Toku that should be anime or manga, right? Right? Yeah, let's do that. So,
Each his own, baby.
To each his own. So wait, or did you say to each his own or Danger Zone?
A little bit of Section A, a little bit of Section D.
All right then. Let's lead off with Projekt this time to see if he was expecting that he would go first.
Son of a bitch.
What a twist.
Actually, I was gonna keep on going on a tangent about Sekirei because I already have the cast for it. Anyways, like Toku into an anime. Okay, the most obvious one is Den-O. And then the other one would probably be the one would make the most sense because it was a terrible Toku, but that I think it would work as an anime. The Tokugers.
Oh god, it actually might work, and that would be their
Just imagine
catchphrase.
it could be the kids the whole time.
Yes,
Yeah,
just the
it's
kid. Oh my god,
actually-
it's like the kids actually like drawing up stories of their imaginary adventures or crazy shit, like them in the backyard imagining shit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when it comes
Oh my god, it's like Rugrats, the Sentai version. It's like them as kids, like having these adventures, and like everyone's just sitting there looking at them, wondering what the hell they're doing, not realizing they're saving the universe.
This one's for you because you always say the series is garbage. Ninja would also work as an anime.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I actually said that in pre-production of this episode. Like, yo, I actually believe Ninja would work as an anime.
I mean, they did try to animate themselves a little bit in their View Cinema.
Damn right, because when they decided to become Precure.
Then they also got Megumi Han, which
is an awesome seiyuu who now is Alien Pegasa and August trying to bone every year at Animazement. These are facts. These are facts, people.
Fake news.
But then I actually come in there and I get the job done. I seal the deal.
Calm down, Sanbosh. One at a time. One at a time.
Let me call my friends at the local authorities in whatever state you guys are in.
I can't be caught. I'm on a fucking dragon, bitch.
I can't be caught on a fucking dragon. What?
Let me call by the Master of Dragons.
Right. All right. Sound out. You can go next.
Okay, I got one pick for a Toku to anime, and I got one pick for a Toku to manga. So first up, Deca Ranger. Because then Deca Ranger could get even crazier with some of the concepts it was introducing and do more of that case-by-case basis of this is the case we have to solve, and that kind of police detective work sort of storyline that makes Deca Ranger so great. I think it would really work as an anime because you can kind of mess around with the lighting a bit more and make it maybe even more noir styled. I think that it would be really just cool. Also, I kind of just want another series of the Deca Rangers, to be honest, because they're great. Toku to manga, because I don't think this has been done yet, but I'd like to see a Garo manga.
Alright, go
but
on.
Not
explain.
A Garo manga as in replicating the style of the show, but a Garo manga that just becomes a full-on horror manga, because I think that would just be really cool.
It's
Parasite with Makai Knights. Yeah, I'm cool. I think it'd just be really cool, like, just do some dark horror stuff with Garo in a manga format.
Like, are you saying, like, try to do more the aspect of what the first season tried to do with, like, the horrors, like, doing crazy-ass shit? More than, like, every other season doesn't do it anymore?
Someone call Inoue immediately.
Like, seriously, like, just imagine, kind of something in a Go Nagai style for, like, Garo would be, like, super cool, and just, like, big blood splashes everywhere. Just get like super horror, and for that same reason, maybe Kamen Rider Amazons as well as either an anime or a manga, because you could just get even crazier with the blood. And just make beautiful
hey guys, I'm starting to question what Sound Out does in those abandoned buildings.
Oh, he clearly kills people. I mean,
that's clearly.
That's clearly what's being like explained.
Blood is just art inside a human body.
I mean,
I don't know why, but I feel like that was a catchphrase or a line I've heard somewhere said in either a DC comic some time ago.
Yeah, possibly DC comic.
What does Sass have to do with this?
Half of the things I say are from DC Comics.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna segue back real quick to like anime becoming a toku. What about Persona? Wouldn't that work as a toku?
I mean, I already said JoJo, so yeah, I guess that would work too.
Well, Persona 5, you wear masks, so yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
They do
never see them coming.
Mask on! Dun, 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 dun.
And have little assistant buddies. Like Go Onger.
Doru Doru!
Doru.
By the way, the next episode we're talking about cast listing for that second live action, by the way.
That's
Projekt, how about you make that an article on Hero Club?
That requires Projekt to write things.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying he should do it. Because it requires him to write things. Come on! Alright, so Mucha, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I have already, like I said, like, a lot of Toku shows can already be made into, like, manga or anime. It just takes, like, the creators and the people who have the great inspiration for, like, what they want to do when they want to put in that medium. But one that immediately just popped in my head because, for fuck's sakes, it already is like a fucking anime, is Forza. I mean, look at Forza. Come on now. It's pretty much Gurren Lagann, the Kamen Rider.
Are we certain Forza was made as a Toku first and it wasn't just made into an anime they never released and then just did a Toku adaptation of it?
I mean, it's possible. You never know.
Oh god, Mucha, it was Ano and Higuchi! The Switcheroo! The Switcheroo!
The Switcheroo! They switched it!
The Switcheroo! I don't know why, but I feel like the episode should actually be called The Switcheroo.
Oh god, now I'm just thinking, like, what if Ano wanted to make Ava, like, a Toku show, but it turned into an anime instead?
Well, that would explain where the budget went. The Toku just took too much time, so when they tried to turn it into an anime, it went to shit.
Oh my god, there is a Garo manga.
There is a Garo manga? That's news to me.
I know, right?
I know.
Garo's Bible.
Then again, I kind of fell out of love with Garo because of people. Certain
Sorry,
people.
Keith. It's your fault.
I wasn't gonna go there, but sort of.
But actually, now I'm thinking about going back to the other one. Like, imagine Ava as a Toku show.
Oh Jesus!
It could work. It's fucking Ultraman, except the Ultraman's angry.
I know. You said that in like 8 episodes ago. That was literally the outro discussion when we came to the revelation. But
Guys,
okay.
Garo not only has a manga, it has 2.
Oh Jesus Christ! There's
Oh my
2
God.
mangas now.
Where
There's
were you
fucking-
on
Wait, no,
this one?
it has 3.
Oh God, it's reproducing. It's fucking reproducing, guys.
Asexual reproduction.
Nope, 4.
Okay, now he's just pulling numbers
And
out
one
of
of
his
them
ass.
based on the anime.
Oh Jesus fuck.
It'd be cool if, like,
Oh,
the
God, no.
Kuga manga, though, like, has a sequel, and it's the Akito manga.
Yo, I'm
That'd
hoping
be
because
good shit.
when Agito showed up and he caught them hands from Agito, I was like, what the fuck's going on? Like Agito beat his ass because he didn't want to fight back. Kuga's like, I'm just gonna catch this beating. That shit.
I would like to see, like, what Ishimori would have done if he, like, made, like, some of these shows. Like, if he wrote, like, some of these shows in manga form. Because, like...
All I know, if Ishinomori got his hands on Kuga, everyone been like, yo, did Inoue write this shit? Because it would have been too much death.
Like, I told you, like, what happens in, like, the finale of the original manga for the original Kamen Rider series.
Yeah, we don't go there. We don't go down that road again.
He doesn't save the kid, man! He fails his mission! Then there's the fucking Kamen Rider Black manga where things get fucking crazy.
Okay, so what's going on? Did you do your manga version yet, or did you just do the one? Did you just do the one choice?
I said like Agito and Forze, but like I think any of the Sentai's would be cool, like anime and manga adaptations.
All right.
Like,
So
I would actually like to see like a legit like good version of the Jetman.
this is my choice, and this one's gonna be very, heavy casual bait because I know a lot of like anime fans got into Sentai because of this one, and it's Shinkenger. Like, I feel like you could do an entire Shinkenger adaptation, but the thing is, it's not a sequel. It's a prequel that kind of tells the early years of the war leading up to like how they lost the Koryu Origami and the whole battle and stuff like that. Like, I feel like you could literally do like the first real Gadoshu war, similar to like how they tried to do like that Garo non-canon anime where it takes place like very feudal era-esque, like trying to tell like sort of a basis of how like the horrors came into existence. I feel like you could take that story, or in a similar case do like the actual story of the Kaku Rangers and make that anime where it tells like the prequel that led to the demons being sealed behind the door, or the whole thing leading up with the Gadoshu, and have like the final episode literally be when the Gadoshu attacked the Shiba household back in like the 80s, and Dokuku got the cursed seal on him, and literally like that's how you could literally end your final episode with like Kaku Ranger. It would be like the whole story of the original, ancestors leading into them getting sealed behind the door. As well as I feel like you could also make a good adaptation for Gal Ranger, like the prequel to Gal Ranger as an anime. I feel like that would really work. Hell, I would love one for Gingaman, since they always talk about 3,000 years ago, we sealed them under the ocean, but yet somehow a fucking earthquake breaks the seal in modern era.
To be fair, it was an intense earthquake.
To be fair, it was, yeah, Mucha, tell me now, how intense was it? Like, I need stats
it was
and
enough
realistic.
to have Shin Godzilla homage it.
Ah, so you're saying it's literally like the Fukushima incident. Okay, that's how bad it was.
Speaking of Shin Godzilla, I forgot to say fucking Gamera.
Fucking
seriously,
Gamera the anime.
Gamera the anime, man.
No, because here's the thing. Gamera the anime would be Showa Gamera, and it would be ludicrous as fuck.
No, I think it would be Heisei Gamera. Heisei Gamera could be like an anime.
Oh my god. No. It has to be Heisei, but it has to be the prologue. Like, the first season is the prologue leading up to when he was in The Rock, and then the final is everything that happens after Revenge of Iris.
Yes.
The final 13 episodes. Everything after. Kaneko, make this. Do
Gamera 4
work.
didn't happen.
Gamera 4 is fanfic. We don't accept it. like literally, you could even do like a small time jump where the Gauss are technically winning, and like Gamera's like all fucked up, and like the Earth is like destroyed. Like you could have it that like civilization is practically just destroyed, and it takes place like 5 years or 2. Like, I'd say anywhere between 6 months to a couple of years after the the initial attack over the city where they were fighting. What was it, like Kyoto? Like, right there, I feel like is like how you should tell it, and you should actually depict that still Asagi is still alive, but like maybe like just like she has some battle damage, some worse for wear, having been a part of like trying to flee from the Gauss attack in the first that last altercation in the final film that is like imposed.
Yes.
Like, that could work. Like, I feel like that could really work.
Also Daimajin.
Oh god, yeah, dude. I just want Daimajin to be like a manga series, like a one-off, like OVA, like either an OVA or one-off, like couple of novels or whatever, graphic novels, because like Daimajin is just one of those things where it's rinse, dry, repeat, rinse, dry, repeat, rinse, dry, repeat. It's like,
but
it doesn't
so
fucking.
Awesome.
And I know. Like, the only thing where it's not rinse, dry, repeat is the third movie where, like, 3 kids died to awaken Daimajin. Like, no, it wasn't that I had to go save the princess or the royal family that is gonna get fucking assassinated. No. 3 kids had to give their lives for me to, like, awaken from my slumber, and I brought back to life one of them because I could find their body. Like, what the fuck?
And there's also Daimajin Kanon.
Oh god, I still need to watch that. I still need to finish watching it. I know.
You have to remember, this came from the guy who just got fired from fucking Hibiki.
He was salty as fuck, so he had to make something good. Oh, dude. Okay, this is one that I would love to see as an anime, and I know it already had a manga technically, but both B-Fighter series. I want more. Give me more.
I thought you were gonna say Hibiki.
No, fuck that shit. What do you take me for, Shukuin Shinobi?
Yes.
Wow. But anyways, like, I feel like there's so many things, we all agree, like, there's so many ways you could tell an anime in one of these mediums, because, like, honestly, I think we all kind of overlooked this one, especially me and Mucha, but do the entirety of Nexus as a manga, like, do the unfinished story of Nexus, the original way.
What was it, Lucifer?
Yeah, with Dark Lucifer or whatever it was. Like, Ultra Lucifer.
I think what we're trying to say is, like, anything like that's already had a medium can become like another medium given the right like circumstances.
Like, the best way I could explain it, like, I feel like the best way is if you're a toku and you were heavily rewritten or forced to be like your episodes counts limited, I feel like what you should be able to do is the writers and like directors should be permitted to like go to the animation company because it's cheaper to produce an anime or make a manga and release the like the director's cut version or a prequel to help better your story or expand on that built-in universe. Because like I said, when you look at Shinkenger, when you look at Kaku Ranger, when you look at Ginga Man, Gal Ranger, there's like this thing where it says, oh, this happened several thousand years ago, and like you could make like just small snippets that literally explain like those plot holes to those tokus, where there's some animes that it would really, I think, help their popularity get over with even the Japanese market if they had that medium. Because look at Guyver. Guyver goes on hiatus like every other year. Like the guy will release maybe a new chapter once every year or once every 4 years or once every 2 years. And like his chapters are like, well, not I shouldn't say chapters, but volumes, which have maybe 6 to 10 chapters before that, release. And we're still not done. Like, he's just saying we're, like, just barely starting the final arc, allegedly. Because, like, I think Archifel is still the only one left. But, like, there's these stories that aren't getting finished. Probably just because they're still even niche to their own home market. And when you make it a toku, it opens it up to also your international market a little bit better. Now, I know Crunchyroll has helped, spread the diversity a bit more. Viz has helped by getting the rights to other mangas that were being published by other distributors now, and there's actual new distributors out there trying to publish other manga, because right now there seems to be sort of like a renaissance again of making anime great again in North America, because after, what was it, 2004 to 2012, America was we're going to start cutting down on how much anime we produce or show, you know what I'm saying? Distribute on television. You got to go now start getting on streaming services or buying DVDs. And now, in the last 4 or 5 years, with the resurgence of Toonami, a lot of television, channels have gone, oh shit, maybe anime actually is popular. Because it sounded, you know what I'm talking about, right? There was whole thing where even Darkon believes was this whole huge conspiracy of American television wanted to get rid of anime for some bullshit reason.
I mean, they killed Toonami, and that
that helped spoon feed the conspiracy a lot more. But yeah, no, you have so many mediums, right? We should continue on. Go fill in where I'm.
Yeah, I know there's we talk about some of the Sentais, and I know some of the Sentais have mangas, but they're not really well known. So it's kind of hard to find, but I know they kind of exist. But there's so many different ways to express these heroes and these characters in different ways. Video game, I know people don't like the Godzilla video game that was for the PS4, but it still felt kind of genuine because it felt like it wanted to be something like a Godzilla movie and wanted to present to you in a video game format. Dude, Ultra 7 manga.
Oh, no, we don't need all that dankness. No, you know what we really need a manga for?
What?
Think about it, Muja. Think about it.
The
birth of Zero. Who the hell is Zero's goddamn mother?
Cosmos, man.
No!
You already established this.
His mother can't be Cosmos after he took that ass kicking from a bunch of caterpillars. Fucking bitch. No, I'm just kidding. I play. But yeah, okay, so anyone hear about that bullshit, though, about Cosmos' actor being bitten by a shit ton of caterpillars while he was bug hunting?
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, that's the most ironic thing I've ever heard. The guy who, tries to play nice with kaiju getting beat up by a bunch of insects.
Isn't that just his life, though?
The worst part is...
It was against the legal system of Japan.
Oh, yeah, because what was it? Because he got in trouble one time for domestic violence when he fought some guy who cut him off.
Maybe. I thought it was fraud or something. I don't know.
It was some bullcrap charge that they caught him for, and they didn't decide to take him to court until the show began. Because I remember he was not guilty. But nevertheless, yeah, no, there's so many things. There's so many ways that you can make a toku into an anime and an anime into a toku. And I'm pretty
you just have to be inspired,
Yeah, you gotta be inspired.
You gotta let the companies let you have it.
Yeah, you gotta hope they'll let you have it, because they're not gonna. Especially if you're a gaijin. It's true, though. It's true.
Don't worry, Wheelz. They'll like me. I'm Sambosh.
Oh god, no. No, Subaraya might like you since they have him right now. They have him under lock and key. It's true, though. He did voice Shiro Yamada, so he is their titular Gundam pilot for the series this time around. So I think we can finally wrap up our show as we hit the 50-minute mark, and in this second half of the recording, since the first half died due to my net deciding to shit the bed on me right when Projekt was about to start up. So
it's all your fault.
No, it's my internet's fault. But so, anyways, found out. Tell people how they can find you.
You can find me on YouTube at SoundOut12. I do stuff. I make videos. I have fun with the videos I make because of the videos I want to make. You can also follow me on Twitter at SoundOut12. I keep this stuff consistent across branding, so you can find me all kinds of places. You also find me posting stuff on Hero Club occasionally when I actually do work, which, it happens. It's an event.
It's like a Flashpoint event. You just don't believe it until you see it. All right, Projekt. How do people find you?
Fucked up with the timeline.
Yes, everything does get fucked up with the timeline.
Project One on Instagram and Project RDM on Twitter.
All right, Janitor Joker, tell people how they can find you and don't switcheroo them. Like you did last week, actually, I think, when we almost did the outro and you gave mine because you were so tired.
Shh. Listen, you guys know me. I've been on this podcast for like 14 consecutive episodes or something. I don't know. You can find me at the Janitor Joker on the Twitters or at Toku Warriors, where they're all on all fucking things. Twitter, Facebook, it's everywhere. Okay, you guys, I love you, but seriously, where's my fucking dragon?
What the fuck is with you and this dragon tonight? Where is this joke coming from?
Because, man, I have to resurrect this dragon or else my captain's gonna kill me.
Oh god, Titanics! The Titanics monster you've been referring to. The weird Godzilla Kamacuras roaring kaiju. God damn it, I should have realized that's what I'm like, it's not a fucking dragon, it's a fucking space dinosaur thing.
Whatever. Becomes a fucking earth fucking thing later on.
Becomes an earth slug thing. But we'll talk about that when we get to the Ginga Man episode, which probably isn't too far away. Oh shit! I just remembered I forgot to put in the Dropbox. What the fuck is wrong with me? Mucha, remind me in the next 48 hours to put the goddamn Powered into the goddamn Dropbox.
Alright.
Yeah, because, spoiler alert, we're doing Ultraman Powered next week.
Oh,
anyways, I'm Wheelchair. I know, the poor us. I'm Wheelchair21. You can find me on Twitter and YouTube at Wheelchair21. My Instagram is TaJa_Doyle because some hack stole my name. Actually, he had the name before I ever got on Instagram, but still, who would have expected someone to use Wheelchair freaking 21? It's very unlikely, but you never know. And, so yeah, with that, you can check out Los Ingobernables de Tokusatsu here on the Hero Club YouTube channel. You can see it shared over at theheroclub.com. And you can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Hero Club for Life. That's pretty much the quickest way to find us, using that little @ sign. Anyways, we'll see you next time with episode 22, when we go to Ultraman Powered. God save us all.
Don't switch it out, Higuchi.
Hey, it's Wheelchair21, and thanks again for listening to an all-new episode of Los Ingobernables de Tokusatsu. If you want to hear more content or see more content from the Hero Club YouTube channel, we're going to need you to subscribe, like, comment with some feedback, and share this channel with a friend. We also would like you to check out our website, hero-club.com, and follow us on various social media outlets just by looking up Hero Club for Life, as well as the stores you see are where we shop. Anyways, thanks again, and we'll see you all next time.